Hey, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Elliott and you're watching Rickety Ski Reviews. Today, we're going to be answering your questions, giving back to you guys. Every ski I talk about will be in the description down below, or if it's not, just click on the link and you can kind of go through. But that is how I'm able to remain independent and give you guys my honest opinion without taking any money from ski brands. So if you're out shopping on Evo, Backcountry, REI, wherever it is, click the links down below and support the channel without spending any additional money. Without further ado though, let's jump right into your questions and comments and see how many people we can help while skis are relatively cheap in the spring. Here we go. All right, Gary Bowman says, thank you for all the great content. Really appreciate the channel. I'm a high intermediate, low advanced skier looking to continue progressing and debating a 90s with ski purchase between the Headcore 93, Salomon QST 92, and K2 Mindbender 96C. Any advice, or do you have another contender? Yeah, I'm always a little wary of K2 skis. Since they started making them in China, I've seen kind of mixed results as far as quality control goes. Headcore 93 or Salomon QST 92. If you're looking at going more off-trail, the QST 92 is great. But for somebody who's trying to progress with their carving, I think there are better options. I like the QST 92 a lot, but it's, you know, kind of my preferred choice if you're more off-trail and looking for a comfortable ski. The Headcore 93 out of all of those is probably my first choice. I just feel like it's very diverse, it's very forgiving, it allows you to kind of massage into the turns, the top end performance is high. That'd probably be my go-to out of what you listed. If I was just looking for a ski to recommend though, you might consider the Salomon Stance. I reviewed a pair of those and I really love them. What'd I do, like the Salomon Stance 90? I think the Salomon Stance is awesome. It's very kind of forgotten. It's a very forgiving ski. I like the Atomic Mavericks a lot, but they're not super forgiving with the turn initiation and the timing. They're not bad, but you know, if you're trying to progress, I've heard people say that they can be less forgiving than some of the other skis. So I would, yeah, go Headcore 93 or Salomon Stance. If you're just shopping deals right now, you can find some pretty killer. Alon Ripstick 96, I just tested out some of the green ones and I really like those. That's another thing to consider, but yeah, out of what you said, I'd do Headcore 93 and off book, I'd maybe look at the Salomon Stances. Great question, I hope that helped. You know, next time let me know where you are and what else you're already skiing on. That kind of gives me a better idea. All right, Shane Standing says, hi Elliott, new to the channel and loving the honest POV on skis. I need some help narrowing down what I should be demoing. Oh yeah, the POV. I mean, I know the POV is not ideal. If I had like a person on payroll that I could just pay to go behind me, I would, but it's not always possible. And the POV is nice for me because when I watch reviews, I always, and maybe I'm just cynical, I'm like, did they actually ski on this? So at the very least, if nothing else, when I have the POV, I know my skiing is not perfect. And, you know, although I think it's pretty good, but it's not perfect, but it just, in part, is one, you guys get like a feel for how the skis actually look on snow, how they actually react to different types of snow. But two, it shows you as proof, you know, when I can do it, I try to have any kind of proof I can. Hey, I really use this product. You can see firsthand. And that's really important to me, and I assume it's important to you. Anyway, that's kind of a rant. Let's see. I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, wet snow, and am in my first ski season, 22 days so far. Currently using rentals that are Elan Explorer 76. I haven't skied those. I want to buy my own setup but need help narrowing down the choices. I'm 6 foot 180 and currently skiing greens and blues. Looking forward to improving blacks by the end of next season. Can you suggest 3 to 4 that would be good to try out? Many thanks and keep up the excellent work. Okay. So you're looking for kind of a damp ski to get through some of that heavy wet snow. That's hard. I would say the biggest thing is when the snow gets really sticky in the spring, just make sure you wax your skis well and get that going. What would I recommend? That's a really tough one. Because a lot of those denser, heavier skis can be less forgiving. I would, like, because I would love a Volcal in that situation. I have a review coming out for it. I would check out the Stokely Stormrider 88. They are on the pricier side, so maybe that's not your first choice. But I feel like those do a good job of being fairly forgiving while also being good in heavy wet snow. K2 Mindbender isn't bad on that, although their quality control isn't stellar. Oh, you know, like a Headcore 87 wouldn't be bad on that for your build and for that. Yeah, like a Headcore 87 or the Atomic Redster Q series wouldn't be bad. It's really good with the turn initiation and they're pretty dense for getting through some of that snow. You could go with, I mean, some of the other choices I would have is like Mantra 88 or Nordic Enforcer, but at the point you're at, you may not be able to tell if you like those or not. So take that with a grain of salt. But my first choices with that kind of thing would be like a Stokely Storm Rider 88 or, yeah, that Headcore 87. I think those are kind of my top choices. That's a tough one. That's a very like niche category. And honestly, the best thing you could do at this point is just go and demo and test a bunch of different skis. Some of those shops, like I did one at Mount Hood, where you go to the shop and just for the day you say, I'm going to demo, and some of them will let you demo as many as you want. So you just keep coming back, trying as many as you can in a day, and just get a feel for what it is that you like. Oh, you know what might not be bad actually is the Vocal Deacon. It's not my favorite ski, but for where you're at, like a Vocal Deacon 79 or Rosignol Experience, that's kind of what I would do if I was you, because you can find great deals for them. They're very forgiving and they do pretty well with wet, heavy snow. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much. So anyway, it's getting dark and I think that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're shopping for skis currently, I'll put a bunch of deals. I kind of try to keep an inventory, so in the description there will be a list of skis that are on sale right now. You can also become a member. That's a way to financially support the channel. You can like and subscribe. That's a free way to support the channel. But as always, more than anything, just thanks for taking time out of your day. Thanks to everyone who writes these comments and questions. I try to get to as many of them as I can, and I really appreciate you guys reaching out. But more than anything, just thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. It means a ton to me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. The content this week may look a little weird. I am going to get up to Sun Valley. I'm supposed to be meeting with a couple of brands to demo and test some of next year's skis. So if the content looks a little weird this week, that's why. I'm going to try to make it up to Sun Valley, but that may put me a couple of days behind on content. That's just how it goes. But, you know, and apologies for how dark and weird it is. I got here right at sunset. But I don't know. I just want to give you guys a heads up. I'll try to keep it as regular as I can, but you may see some delays in the next few days. So anyway, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.